Well, hi everybody, this is Tim Mai, and I have my good friend Doug Ottersberg on the line with us, who is a multi-millionaire and financially free real estate investor.
Doug, hey everybody, how you doing?
Awesome. Doug and I are super excited to announce to you our upcoming seminar called the Fast Track to Financial Freedom. To be more specifically, it's Fast Track to Your Financial Freedom, coming up on June 14, 15, and 16 here in the beautiful Houston, Texas. And, to share with us a little bit about, to share with you a little bit about what makes us, qualified to teach this seminar to you. I came from a really humble background. I was a Vietnamese immigrant, came here when I was 12 years old with no English, no money. And after college, I got laid off, from my IT job. And that's how I got started as a real estate investor. And within 2 years of being in the real estate investing business, I made my first $1 million. And I did that again, when I got into the real estate training and coaching business. And so along the way, I've gotten to learn quite a bit in studying from other multimillionaires like Doug Ottersberg here, who became my coach. And I call him a friend-tor. It's like a friend and a mentor in one. I've gotten to learn a lot from other millionaires and multimillionaires about what it takes to be successful. And so I invited Doug to join, to partner up with me to do this seminar with you, to teach you as well of what it takes for you to achieve your financial success, your financial freedom. And so I'm gonna turn over to Doug for him to share with you a little bit about his background.
Thanks, Tim. It's great to be here. I'm really excited and looking forward and to see not only my good friend Tim, and I want to see you there as well, because there's always room to grow and expand. I was similar to Tim at a point in my life where I was struggling, but yet we all have our stories of the things that we had to overcome. My background, I had a business out in Los Angeles, did okay, but it just wasn't fulfilling. And one of my mentors asked me one day, he said, Doug, what would happen if you weren't around to show up to put the key in the door? What would happen to your income? And I'm like, well, it would pretty much dry up overnight. And, we had this discussion about what can you do? As an entrepreneur, you can either grow the business or you can go out and buy an asset that will work so you don't have to. Or more importantly, it'll work if you can't work. And at like 28 years of age, that made a huge impact on me. So I went out, started looking, and found real estate. And one of the key things that I came into contact with early on was the whole idea of creative financing. And my wife and I built an entire business built around utilizing creative financing. And at some point during that investigation and actually putting into use what we used, I got stuck again. And this time, it wasn't so much about the tactics, or the strategies that we were using. It didn't matter whether we were doing buy and hold to be a rental, or fix and flip or rehabs or any of those kinds of things. The thing that was really stopping me was right in between here, and it took several years, again, going to more seminars, looking for more friend-tors, and really honing in on the fact that it was Doug, my own beliefs and attitudes and ideas, that was the number one thing that was holding me back. So that took me off on a completely different path. Real estate put us in a position to be able to realize those dreams, to realize the financial and other types of freedoms that were out there. And basically, for the last 8 to 9 years, I have now been immersed in the whole world of mindset. Even going so far as to become clinically trained to be qualified to help not only myself, but I've helped thousands and thousands of people through live seminars and one-on-one coaching. So I'm really excited that Tim called me up and said, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, and I mean, I couldn't find a better person, a more qualified person to do this with. Doug is an amazing entrepreneur, amazing mentor. Like Doug said, he has helped thousands of people overcome, their blocks and achieving their financial freedom. And so I'm really excited to do this seminar with Doug. And I'm excited, this seminar for you because yes, Doug and I are going to be teaching this, and Doug and I will be sharing a lot of our personal experience with you. But to have this, to have this seminar be an amazing and worthwhile experience for you is that this seminar is about you and you achieving what you want to achieve. You achieving what matters most for you in your life and achieving the level of financial freedom that you want and that you and your family deserves. And so, So with that, I want to share with you what's going to be covered in those 3 days to give you an idea and a background of what you're going to get out of it for yourself. Okay, so the seminar is broken down into 3 different days, which is 3 different segments of your financial freedom, which we call your fast track to your financial freedom. The first day is the Vision Day. And Vision Day is all about getting you really clear, like crystal clear, on what is it that you want for yourself and your family and who you are, like who you really, not who you think you are, your name and the roles that you play, but who you really are that's going to have you achieve the vision that you want for yourself. Okay?
That's huge.
Yeah, I heard, Jim Rohn says this, and I love it. He says that the number one reason why, most people don't achieve what they want is because they don't know what they want. And so out of the number one, out of day one, like our goal is to get you just crystal clear. No more like a vague idea of, oh yeah, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this. And you know what? I really don't know what is it I really want, right? So no more of that, that sort of scattered, unfocused. We're going to get you total clear, total focus on knowing exactly what it is that you want, and who you are and who you need to be to achieve what you want.
Yeah, I think that's really, really important. Once you get crystal clear on what it is you want, one of the things that I found out is each of us has these ideas, thoughts, and beliefs about who we are. And one of the things, after somebody kind of gets an idea of what they want, well, then a lot of people never get what they want because they have this idea that for some reason they're not the kind of person that can have what they want. And so getting really crystal clear on who you are and at least who you believe yourself to be, who you think you are, and then aligning who you believe you are to be able to be that kind of person, to have the kinds of things you want. It's one of the huge keys that a lot of people never get. So when you come to to the fast track to financial freedom on day one, on Vision Day, those are the 2 main things that we're going to drill down deep and help you determine what those things are for you.
Yes, and so with that, on day 2 is what we call your Freedom Day. I just love that name, it's a day where you get to be completely free from all of your limiting beliefs, all of the things that's been holding you back, the things that's in your way of you achieving your financial success, you achieving your financial freedom. So day 2, see, we are a product of our programming. And see, our mind, it's like a computer, right? And it's been running, a certain program that we picked up on, consciously, subconsciously, throughout our lives, right? When we're first born, as we're growing up, and the kind of, the teachings from our parents, from our society, from our peer group, we pick up on all of those things, and we program, those are the programs that are running in our head. And so day 2 is about identifying programs that you picked up when you were 2-year-old or 5-year-old or 7 or 10 or 15 or 18, and how those programs might have worked for you back then when you picked up those programming. Is no longer support you, no longer serve you, and helping you achieve your financial freedom. And so we're going to go in day 2 is about identifying what those limiting beliefs are, what those, limiting programmings are. Okay, and we're going to reprogram you to what's going to support you in supporting you achieving your financial freedom, right? You can't have, you can't have let's say a poverty mindset, and achieve like millionaire status. Like that just doesn't happen, right? So you need a millionaire. In order for you to be a millionaire, you need to have millionaire programming. And that's what we're going to do in day 2 is giving you that, reprogramming your mind with that millionaire, your mindset, millionaire beliefs, and which, help you break free from all of your old limiting beliefs. And you're not, and I want to be clear on this, because what we're doing is we're actually not going to fix your old limiting beliefs, but what we're going to do is we're going to get you really clear on how that came about. Because once you know how it comes about, it can no longer control you like it controls you now, and then gives you a new beliefs that you can take on, that was going to help you in achieving your financial freedom. Doug, you want to add on to that?
Sure. Yeah. Everything that Tim just said, ditto. And some of the tools and strategies that we're going to be bringing to the table will help you identify what some of those old limiting beliefs are, so that you can now consciously choose. And that's the key there. See, most of those old disempowering limiting beliefs, they're unconscious. That you don't even know that they're there in the background running. Right? And that's the thing that can just get so frustrating. It's like, what is causing me to get so stuck? And when you realize this, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like taking this heavy load off and putting it aside. And so you can now feel free to run. And once you've identified those, we'll show you some really, really powerful and easy to use exercises that will help you now consciously, now that you know what those old beliefs were, those old limiting beliefs, consciously choose a new belief that will actually help you move forward and take action, where in the past it would have been the thing that held you back and stopped you from getting what you want. And, and one other thing too, quite often we use the term, at least I do, like millionaire, interchangeably, with the word like freedom. And there's a whole concept behind that Tim and I both subscribe to. And it's like really living your life abundantly. And so it's just this whole idea of being abundant in everything, that you do at wherever you're at in your life. Because you remember, Tim, there was a point where we decided that, you know what, I'm now going to live my life abundantly. Well, I probably had less than a couple $1,000s in the bank. I certainly was no millionaire. And yet, that's where it starts. When you make that decision and being okay with what you've got while you've got it. When you can truly learn to be able to do that, then, hey, whether you've got $1 million liquid in the bank, whether you own $1 million worth of real estate, it's all about that mindset.
Right, exactly. And so taking that mindset, taking that empowering mindset now, we're going to go to day 3. And day 3 is your action day. Day 3 is about, how to be unstoppable and take action in this, like, despite your fear, despite your circumstances, how to take action, that to take, that that you need to take in order for you to achieve your financial freedom, in order for you to achieve your financial success, and honoring your commitment, where what you say is what's going to show up in reality. Like what you say comes true because you honoring what you're committed to, rather than honoring your thoughts and your feelings. Because I know for me, like, that's one of the things, if I'm not careful, like, that's like one of the things that's the first thing that takes me out of the game of my financial freedom, is going into the thoughts of, oh man, I don't feel like doing that, I don't want to do that. Like, honoring my thoughts and feelings rather than honoring what I'm committed to. Like, I'm committed to my financial success. I'm committed, to having the life of my dreams, the relationship of my dreams. So day 3 is all around how to be unstoppable and take action no matter what goes on in your life. Okay. And part of day 3 also is that, we're gonna work with you and create a financial freedom blueprint. Okay. Your 5-year financial freedom blueprint of exactly what you need to do to achieve the level of financial success that you want. Right? Identify exactly what that financial success is, right, for you, how much it's going to cost you, how you're going to, and Doug, I want you to expand on this, of like how you're going to break down like your spending, your savings, your investments, to achieve the financial freedom that, that you want. And so, yeah, Doug, I'm going to turn that over to you to talk about that and also talk about like stretching, stretching people out of their comfort zone.
So one of the things that I'm really thankful for earlier in my career was to have as Tim said, a friendtor, somebody that took an interest in me and like literally pulled back the curtains and showed me there's this whole world that up to now you didn't know anything about. And one of those worlds was finances. And so Tim said something very, very important. Each of you right now, you have an idea of what freedom is for you. All right. And each of us has different needs, wants, and desires. So I'm going to show you a blueprint. All right. That a multi-millionaire showed me years ago. And it's allowed me to start where I was and develop some really, really good habits that served me because, as you get further along, you've got to have those habits and disciplines in place. I'm like, oh my God, he said the word discipline. I just can't do what I want. I can't be free. Well, there is freedom in discipline. And so, yes, it's a very easy step-by-step formula to create your monthly blueprint. And I'll put it this way. Nobody likes to budget, but everybody likes to spend. Yeah. So I'm going to share with you on how to pre-plan. That's all it is. You're just pre-planning what you're already going to do anyway. And do it in such a way that you're planning on what you're going to spend so that it benefits you and the people that you care about most. All right. So we're going to show you how to do that, give you an action plan. Also, if you're watching right now and if you're one of those persons that, for whatever reason, find yourself behind the 8 ball a little bit with some debt, I'm also going to show you a proven step-by-step strategy that can help you get out of debt a whole lot quicker using just the money that you're making right now. And also, what's great about that is by utilizing the real estate investing strategies and getting rid of those old limiting beliefs so that you can now take action, you've also got the ability to start creating extra income that if you are in debt, will show you how to use that income to start paying down and getting completely free of all that debt so you can live that financially abundant lifestyle. And then being able to take action. For a lot of people, the things they want are what they would say, these are the things that I want. They're outside of the comfort zone. All of the things that you're just habitually allowing yourself to do, think, be, and have. You got an area where you're comfortable. And unfortunately, the way us human beings are built, you're either living and growing or you're dying. And so we want you to really make that decision to step up, and say, hey, I want to live, I want to expand, I want to grow. And Tim and I are committed to helping you do that, to actually stretch what you think is possible for you, right? And so that by the time you go home at the end of day 3, you'll realize things are different. I'm different. What I'm comfortable doing is now stretched, and once that happens, you can never go back to be the person you were before. So I'm really looking forward to having you there to give you that blueprint to help you get out of your comfort zone so that you can take action and be committed to, as Tim said, honoring the things that you want and not the things that you know.
Yeah, and and part of day 3 as well, as Doug mentioned, is that especially if if you're in debt or you want ways that you can make money quickly, generate some monthly income, immediate income, to get you to a place where you're stable. And then from there, building your financial freedom from there. Yeah, we'll teach you some quick ways to generate cash in real estate as well through real estate. And we'll have a couple other speakers that comes in and teach you some of the things that they do as well, of how they, how they make money quickly, to be able to get out of debt, become debt free, so that way they can go and build a financial freedom lifestyle, right? A financial freedom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so with that, we encourage you to register. And to do that, you just click on the link below this video, register for this event, and come out and just be mentally prepared to have your life change in an amazing way, right? To have your financial freedom change in an amazing way. And the security for yourself and your family, that's gonna start at that seminar this weekend. So we're really excited to have you there. Doug, you wanna add on anything to that?
What are you waiting for? Take action right now. Do something good for yourself. Do something good, again, as Tim said, for the people that you care about most. What greater gift can you give somebody than that gift of certainty? The certainty that, yes, we're finally on track. We know what we're doing. And not only are we on track, we're on the fast track. So go ahead and get registered right now.
Yeah, so click on the link below here, and we'll see you at the event. All right. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Bye.